I'm out of here then.
Our
8:30. I'm
time,
done.
sir.
I'm done. 8:30. I cut.
8:30. And welcome to episode 133 of Ripping the Rack podcast. This is our first episode of 2024, folks.
Yay! Happy New
it.
Year!
And that's it. We're done. We're gonna wrap it up.
Happy New Year.
I am your host, Tim. With me
Have a good night,
today,
everybody.
we're gonna start with the man from the South. He is the Coastal Crusader, and I say South because he is south of me. Brian, how you doing?
Yeah, I'm south of you by about a whole half a mile.
No, it's about a mile.
Well, the golf course is halfway.
Yeah,
it's very convenient.
Yeah,
wearing
very convenient.
That Cowboys hat.
Proudly wearing
hat for at least six more days. 6 more days. Are they?
Oh no! I feel.
Friday.
Listen, they're playing Sunday. But
Sunday.
I honestly feel a lot better than playing them than I would if I'm an Eagles fan playing the Bucks in Tampa.
On that note,
I think the Bucks are
also with us is the reigning champion. Sometime he did lose, but then he won, but then he lost, and then he won, and he's the sometimes king of the North. Calvin Locke, how are you doing, bud?
Great. The Patriots are eliminated from playoffs.
Patriots were eliminated the first game of the year. It's been a great year for me.
Tom Brady's not in the playoffs. It's a playoffs I'm looking forward to watching. So let's go football.
Yeah, go team.
ABB. Anybody but Brady.
Nico, we did get, I don't know if you'd call it a blizzard, but we got some snow.
We certainly didn't get the 3 to 5 they said we were going to get.
No, we got the 8 to 10, which was a little more than the 3 to 5.
We're supposed to get 15 to 20 centimeters and 6-degree weather, which is like 60 or 70 there. Yeah.
When?
Well, no, it's going to be really warm here. Well, not really warm. It's going to be warm here Wednesday.
That's when we're getting it.
I was like, I'm confused. Yeah, we're supposed to get, so Wednesday's storm, and meteorologist Tim Matero speaking here, coming live.
They're just as right as the rest of them.
From the Weather Center in Rocklandia, Maine. So Tuesday night and Wednesday, we're going to have power outages. It going to rain, it going to wind, and I'm going to be like the guy from Nova Scotia. Whee! I can't think of the guy's name, but he's a friggin' riot.
Sure.
You've never seen him on TikTok?
Oh, yeah. I don't pay attention to him, though.
Oh, my God. He's a riot.
I just thought you were talking about Barry Cody.
No, we're supposed to get like 1 to 3 inches of snow, and then it's supposed to turn to rain for an inch and a half. Yeah, thank you, Frankie McDonald. There it is. I knew it. And then we're supposed to get 60-mile-per-hour gusts. We're gonna have power outages. It's gonna suck ball sack, and not in a good way. So, yeah.
But we're doing the show
tonight. Let's go
tonight. And so per usual, I screwed up the Facebook stuff, so I'm trying to do 2 things at once here.
Shocker. Okay,
Calvin,
I'll get into the Canada stuff.
Yeah, what's going on in Canada?
We had a few tournaments. Some of them I have no idea what happened. Some of them I do. We had one because it has been almost a month since we've had this show, and a lot of places have Boxing Day and New Year's doubles and stuff like that.
Box, like right jab, left jab, box.
Yeah.
So explain to me what Boxing Day is, because that's not something we celebrate here.
I have no idea, man.
From what I've heard, you're supposed to take a present from the previous year's Christmas and repackage it and give it in a new box. I love Boxing Day.
Is that what that is? That's hilarious.
So.
I just took it as a holiday and I didn't care what it.
Calvin and Brian, say hi to Angie. I know you can't see her.
Hey, Angie.
Hi.
Hi, Angie. Hi. Is the laundry done?
She's doing it right now.
Atta girl. That's my girl. So there was the doubles in Windsor on the 30th. An 8-string qualifier with top 8 making playoffs. All scores had the handicap added in. Okay. So finishing first, or I should say that I should just do the top 8, I guess, but Wendy and Noah were first. Julian and Ryan were second. Sam and Brad, Fred and Bert, Jason and Keith, Chris and Dave, I think. Maybe, yeah, looks like it. I think they screwed up her name, or it's a fancy name. Saliva. I think it's supposed to be Sylvia, but it's Syliva. So I think somebody screwed up there. So I think it's supposed to be Sylvia and Trevor. And then Mike and Cody were your top 8. And then Wendy and Noah beat Fred and Bert in the finals with a 251 to 244 match. So that was good for them. We had a Boxing Day doubles at Fairlanes. I don't have any of the scores because I didn't take a picture.
I got a new tournament idea.
What do we got?
On Boxing Day,
yeah,
you are allowed to punch your opponent once a half, and they never know when it's coming.
Once a half?
Yep.
I can't wait to pull somebody.
Each half?
Or once a string. Call it once a string. 3 string, 5 string, whatever it is.
There's a few people on my list.
But you got to use you have to use a boxing glove. This isn't bare knuckle.
Oh, even better. I'd knock someone out real quick with a boxing glove. Oh yeah.
And do it on Boxing Day.
Yeah, Boxing Day it is.
And then say surprise before
the New Year. The New Year's singles happens every year at Fairlanes. It's a 5-string qualifier, 100% handicap. And once you get into the knockouts, the higher seed gets to pick who they want to bowl. So the playoffs is not done by seeding. It's done by who they want to bowl. So, for example, I ended up the 5th high qualifier, and the top 4 got a bye, and I got to pick who I wanted to bowl in the quarterfinals.
I'll be right back. Sorry. Apparently we have a cat stuck in a dryer.
You have a cat. That's hilarious. Yeah. What a time, eh? What a time to have this happen. Especially live TV, everybody. Live TV. Anything can happen. TV. So it's anyways, a New Year's Day singles, and
gotta Snapchat this.
Yeah, absolutely. While we're doing the show, you got the higher seed gets to pick their opponent. So it's a fun concept that I don't know many tournaments that use that, but a lot of them should. I think it's a really neat idea where you're not just bowling the seeded, you get to go and pick whoever you want to bowl. The winner of that was Donnie Maye, which was awesome. He threw 132 in the finals, so he
nice
crushed it. Yeah. Are you all right there, bud?
Oh God,
get your cat out of the dryer, Tim.
Shit, that's funny. Hold on.
Upcoming tournaments. Let me just go into our little tournament page here. Upcoming tournaments, of course, the Big 560s and everything are coming up soon. Give me a second here. There's January 13th and 14th, which is this weekend. The 580 is happening at Heather Lanes. Get in touch with Lori. I think we have a group going, but get in touch with your rosters and your averages. The Laura and Trudy Memorial, I believe that's still going on. I think I seen a post from Amanda earlier that they're going on, so get in contact. She's had a tough little go of it here in a bit, so be patient with everything if she doesn't get back to you. Yeah, her father passed away. I'm sure people have seen that. So
yeah, I did want to take a second, and obviously she does listen to the show occasionally. stuff like that. So I just wanted to obviously extend our condolences to Amanda and her family on the loss of her dad. I know he obviously played a big part in her life, so that's going to be a big change for Amanda and the family and stuff like that. So, obviously, on behalf of myself and Ripping the Rack podcast, Amanda, our thoughts and condolences go out to you and the family.
Absolutely. So there's a January 20th. There's a best box doubles and unbelievable. 21st is the Battle of the Sexes, Avon Valley Lanes. 27th, there's a 369 tournament at Unbelievable. 27th as well, there's a Scotch doubles at Bears Road. The 26th, 27th, 28th weekend is the men's 560 in Dieppe. I believe they only have 10 teams right now. I don't know if they're looking to add more or not, but get in touch with Dieppe Bolorama or I believe Yves Boudreau is running that. So get in touch with them. The February 3rd and 4th is the Peter Wells tournament, the men's Peter Wells in Windsor as well. Again, don't know how many teams are signed up there, but get in touch with Avon Valley Lanes or I don't know if Gwinnell is the one who's actually running it or what's going on there, but get in touch with one of them and sign up. And then we have the ever famous Super Bowl 560 is coming up February 9th, 10th, 11th. If you don't know when it is, it's Super Bowl weekend. If you don't know when Super Bowl is, it's Super Bowl weekend. Okay?
February 9th, 10th, and 11th.
Folks. Yeah.
Google.
Yeah. February 9th, 10th, and 11th. I think there was maybe 2 or 3 teams. I think we found the 36th. I know he had gone through his wait list, and I think a few people had said no. So I think we're still back to the 36th. Whew, it's going to be a long weekend.
Yeah, it always is, man. It always is.
Yeah. So that is coming up. The 24th is the Scotch doubles and our 9-pin doubles, which is a new tournament we're putting on at Fairlanes. 9-pin doubles, 80% handicap based on your high league average. Get in touch with me, get in touch with Brandon Romard, or get in touch with Fairlanes. There's a sign-up sheet at Fairlanes. If you are there, just put your names down. I'll make sure everything's taken care of from there. Also, the 25th of February is Corey Smith's 9-pin tournament. He has one going on at Kingswood. I don't remember if it's handicapped or not, but that one is at Kingswood. So if you're planning on doing the 9-pin doubles at the 24th, just make your way up to Fredericton and do the 9-pin singles on the 25th. So that'll be good there. So yeah, that's up until the end of February, which Nico, you said going way into the future. We're only a month away from all that crap. So February is only 4 weeks away. So yeah, that would be up to February for Canada.
Wow.
Big Lair.
Yeah.
Larry, say hi.
Big Larry. Ladies and gentlemen, this cat is massive. Larry is big.
Larry was in the dryer.
Good job, Larry.
He
just wanted to stay warm.
Yeah, he's cold, man. Turn the heat up for Larry.
Trust me, the heat is never not up in this household.
Of course.
I refuse to be cold in my house.
Tim's a little girl when it comes to weather.
Yes.
He lives in the wrong region of the country.
Yes.
Yeah, right?
Yes.
That's what'll happen when he retires. He'll move down south. We'll never hear from him again.
I'm going to get to a question first, and then we'll talk about.
Okay.
Here, this is from our friend Wayne Petty.
Wayne.
He had a question that I meant to get to in the last show, and we didn't get there.
No.
Well, let's
move on.
So
let's move on.
he was looking at coastal Maine, bowling centers in coastal Maine, and looking at Sammy's in Waldoboro, Oakland Park, Rockport, All Play Belfast, and the Amandas in Ellsworth, and wanted to know if we, and it's probably Brian and I, Calvin, because I don't know as if you've ever bowled at any, and I don't think I took you down to Oakland Park when we were here.
No.
So wanted to know if we have a favorite or where we seem to bowl especially well. And if there's any other bowling centers in the Mid-Coast region that are also worth checking out. That one is no, because there's no other bowling centers in the Mid-Coast.
There used to be one in Rockland. It's now where Family Dollar is. That's where I grew up bowling. It was Rockland Bowling Center. But yeah, no, Oakland Park, I've bowled there since I was, 14, Tim? Something like that, 13, 14 in men's leagues there. So we didn't have a junior league, so I had to bowl men's league. And Waldoboro is tough. I will tell you that's a tough house.
Yes. All Playing Belfast, fun. Paul Dyer does a great job up there.
They've done a lot up there. They got an awesome atmosphere, pool tables, lanes.
Yep. Small, 8 lanes. And then Ellsworth. I've only bowled in Ellsworth 3 times.
And have 200 strings.
Yeah, on lane 7. Lane 7 there, I have a 210, a 204, and a 160 something. The 3 times I've bowled there. I kind of like lane 7.
Apparently.
So that's your. I'd say Oakland Park. Probably Oakland Park just because I've bowled there the most, and then All Play Ellsworth, and I hate to say far down the list, but far down the list will be Waldoboro.
It's a tough house. It really is.
Sure. But anyway,
it is.
No, it is. It is. So we've obviously had a whole bunch of stuff happen here in the States. We had way back on December something or other, Sean Sears had his tournament out in Western Mass.
The Richie Mayer teams, right? The double elimination teams.
Yep. That was first place was Tubbs and Friends. Second place was waiting on. I don't know if they spelled Cheryl wrong or if it's Chirel, or I apologize. Chryel. Third was Team Clown Shit. Tied for fourth was Wilkes Logging and Wild Things. Final match went 2 games. Since waiting on Cheryl, Tell. I don't know. I'm sorry. You send me names I can't pronounce. Last game was 654 to 648, 80% handicap on 600. So congratulations to Tubbs and Friends on that.
Do we know who Tubbs and Friends was?
Let me see if I can. I have it. Tubbs and Friends. I would have to go way back and look. They didn't send me. They didn't send me the who was on Tubbs and Friends.
I would assume Josh is probably one of them. Josh Daly. He's the Tub.
I don't know.
I was gonna go. I thought it was Matt Nichols' team.
Well,
that's what I thought. That's what I thought too. But I would have to go on Candlepin Chat and go back to like mid-December.
That's
and
true.
that will take me a while.
Josh Daly doesn't have any friends. I didn't think right. My apologies.
Sounds like a fun tournament.
It is. I bowled in it back in 2011 when it was in Holyoke.
If I was still bowling,
it's a real fun tournament.
Yeah, if I was still bowling, that'd be a lot of fun. Let's see. Corey Alisi sent me some stuff. The 9-pin tourney that occurred on 12/16. That was Justin Waters winning. Charlie Collins coming in second, Tim Douglas third, Jeff Surratt fourth, John Winchell fifth, Dean Sullivan, Dave Dorman, Sean Baker, Matt Nichols, Josh Daly, Joey Lister, and rounding out the final pay spot was Jimbo Ayotte. And it looks like Justin Waters went 832. Charlie was 823. Tim Douglas 822 for their 5.
Oh, pretty close then.
Yep.
That's pretty close.
Yep. And then we have the skins qualifiers. The taping is this Saturday at Leda Lanes. Defending champs are Daly and Winchell. Qualifying is Sean Baker, qualified number 1, threw a 175 last string to throw a 658. Steve K, whoever Steve K is, nice job, Steve K, was a 638. Ryan Southall was 631. Tim Douglas, 626. Joey Lister, 616. And then tied for 6, JT, which I assume is
Justin Lyonnaise.
Is it Justin Lyonnaise? Okay.
Pretty sure.
598. And he tied with some scrub from New York, Michael M.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just came in and bowled.
Yeah. Hadn't bowled in 8 months. Comes in and bowls 598. So they tied. I don't know if there's a tiebreaker or how they're going to do it, but those are your 6 that qualified for the taping. And let's see. Paul Grant sent me some stuff. So the Women's Candlepins for Cancer Top 5 live show is this Sunday, January 13th at 10 a.m. at Riverwalk Lanes in Amesbury. If you are going to go watch, please understand there is limited parking. So either A, get there early, or you'll find parking downtown and walk up, I guess.
Yeah.
But that is 10 a.m. this Sunday. That's the number 4 seed is Melissa Ritchie versus number 5 seed Nikki McKeever. Winner to face the number 3 seed Glennis McKinley, who will face the number 2 seed Sharon Britton, who will then turn around and face the number 1 seed Sonia Johnson. Special guest commentator Mike Warren. He'll be giving a $500 check to Candlepins for Cancer from his 2024 Hall of Fame calendar. And the men's Candlepin for Cancer roll-offs and top 5 live shows are coming to Boutwell's Bowling Center in Concord, New Hampshire. Roll-off dates are this Saturday, January 13th at 4 p.m., Tuesday, January 16th at 3 p.m., Thursday, January 18th at 3, Saturday, January 20th at 12 and 3, Sunday, January 21st at 12 and 3. That is an $80 entry fee per shift, unlimited shifts bowled. So if you have $400 that you want to spend bowling, you could bowl all the shifts. Well, actually $480 because I think there's 6 shifts. All bowlers are eligible except for the defending champion Tim Douglas. Top 5 live shows on Saturday, February 10th at 12 p.m. Prize fund, of course, is based on the number of entries. All entry fees go directly to the prize fund. To bowl or donate, please visit the website candlepins4cancer.com.
And if I'm not mistaken, Tim, Bowell's is where the Mixed Worlds are this year as well.
Bowell's is where the Mixed Worlds are. So if you've never bowled there, this would be a great opportunity. What?
I'll pause you there. Unfortunately, it is not going to Boutwell's this year.
Oh.
There happened to be a race going that weekend, and there were no hotels within like 100-mile radius.
Yep,
so,
that's the NASCAR
is that
race
Loudon?
at Loudon.
Yeah.
Yep.
So they had to change it, and I believe after the vote, it ended up going to Academy this year.
Okay, scratch that.
Wow.
The Mixed Worlds tentatively scheduled for Academy, not Boutwell's.
Right.
So if you're planning on going to Boutwell's to bowl the Mixed Worlds, well, go early and bowl the Candlepins for Cancer.
Yeah.
There you go.
Let's see a couple of upcoming stuff. We've got Sunday, February 11th. Steve Reno is running his 23rd annual singles knockout event at Bogey Lanes in East Brookfield, Mass, starting at 9:30. The cost is only $30 to enter. Must use the highest league average as of February 1st with a minimum of 21 strings. That's open to 54 bowlers max. Bowl 3 strings with top 32 scorers moving on to the knockout round to 85% handicap. Please contact Dan at Bogies or Steve Reno to sign up. Let's see. We've got coming up in a couple weeks, the mixed doubles, Pro Series mixed doubles. That is on January 27th and 28th in lovely and thriving metropolis of Augusta, Maine. That is at 1-7-10. Shift times are 2 p.m. on Saturday and 6 p.m. on Saturday. It looks like there's room for maybe one more on Saturday at 2. Got plenty of room Saturday at 6 and plenty of rooms, Sunday at 10. If I'm not mistaken, this is a 10-string scratch.
Yes.
So there is that. Again, to sign up, go to apparently there's a form to fill out, but you can find it on the Candlepin Pro Series Facebook page, or contact Dave Barber and he can direct you where to go to find that information. The Ripping the Rack State of Maine Augusta 1-7-10-560. That's coming up in April. I don't have the exact dates in front of me. It's like April 20th and 21st, I think, something like that. Saturday, Sunday. It's full. We're at 16 teams for this year, and we will most likely look at going up to 18 teams for next year and possibly starting on a Friday evening. Again, that is next year. This year is full, but come one, come all to watch. We're getting some teams.
Great food in Augusta. I mean,
great food, great bar.
It's a great place to watch a tournament, just the way it's set up too.
It is. They've done it. I will be there watching.
You're the tournament director, dude.
That's why I'm going to be there watching. I'm gonna direct from a chair because I can't move.
With wheels on it, probably.
Oh God, I hope so.
Get you a rascal. That's me. A rascal.
You can be the line judge.
Yeah, the love line judge, Tim.
Oh, would we like to have a discussion on lobbing?
We already did. That's why the post got put on Facebook. It was literally us arguing about.
I know. Let's argue more.
Lobbing.
Do we have a live streaming partner for that event? As of right now, Nico, the answer is no. However, I will be talking to our friends Candlepin Bowling Network and see if they would like to be there to stream because it'll be fun.
Mm-hmm.
So we will.
You know what? We could have them do the captain's meeting as a bonus. They can come in and film the captain's meeting. That's always fun.
That's just me just talking to hear myself talk.
What else is new?
I know. That's why I have a podcast. Brian, what else? I feel like I'm missing a whole bunch, but again, when I've got to
I know that a lot of the 20 stringers, I don't know who won the Oakland Park 20 stringer for New Year's. I know they had it. I'm not sure who won. Unfortunately, I did not bowl in that. I'm too old to stay up that late now. I barely made it midnight.
Yeah. Oh, I thought you were still talking.
No, that's all I know of.
I have no idea who won that. I was just scrolling down through to see if we missed.
They had. I don't. Mark Ritchie had his New Year's Day best 5 of 7 at Riverwalk. I know those results were posted on Candlepin Chat.
They were, and I was trying to scroll back and find them. I will see if I can find them. Holy Jesus! I think I've got cats on crack or something because.
Oh, Baker won the best 5 of 7.
Yeah, I got it right here.
Surprise! Baker wins again.
So yes, the best 5 of 7. It went. Sean Baker finished numero uno. Joe Duda came in second. Corey Packard third. JT, again, I'm assuming that's Justin, came in fourth. Mike Salona fifth. Tyler O'Brien sixth. And then we had a tie for seventh with Dave Barber and everyone's friend Josh Daly.
Did you say My Sharona?
My Sharona.
Yes, the knack. Oh, okay. We could talk about nicknames. I guess Mike Salona could be My Sharona or it could be the knack.
Oh, you don't like nicknames, Tim?
I don't. Okay, let's. I wasn't going to
Your
go.
old man. Your old man yelling at Cloud. You don't like nicknames.
I wasn't going to go there, but I did have someone that asked that I bring this up and discuss our thoughts on nicknames. And I'm going to give you my thoughts on nicknames. Okay? And I'm going to be as politically correct and all the good stuff that I can.
I'm so invested right now. I
know.
I'm going to be the old man yelling at clouds, the old man on the porch saying, "Get off my lawn." I'm going to be that guy. Number one, I don't like them.
For what reason?
I feel it detracts from the true reason of why you stream a match, which is for the bowlers. So I had someone ask me if Don Gillis or anyone else on Channel 5, if they did nicknames. And the answer is no. They didn't do nicknames. They didn't.
Okay,
I'm sorry.
I still don't understand what.
I don't personally. I don't know. I don't feel.
Is it because a lot of the nicknames you got weren't very nice, Tim?
God, no, I earned every one of those nicknames.
I'm dumbfounded right now, Tim.
You want to honestly, Calvin, the biggest reason is I feel it detracts from the bowler itself.
Befuddled. I'm befuddled. That's the word I want to do.
I personally feel it detracts from the bowler.
How?
Because you're so busy worrying about the Terminator or the Destroyer or the Toilet Destroyer, whatever you want to call it. I just think it takes away from
the Toilet Destroyer. Whose nickname is that?
There sits the King of the North, which I find ridiculous because he isn't the King of the North.
I'm not.
You're not, Calvin.
Mine's not a nickname. Mine is my wrestling mom.
Nico, I may be so wrong. I could be. I don't. Honestly, it's okay for me to be wrong.
So, Big Fish Larry, the Coastal Crusader is my wrestling moniker. I do wrestling commentary. I did some ring announcing. That is what they call me, is the Coastal Crusader.
Right. So, you want to know why I have a problem with nicknames? It's not that I have a problem.
Not welcome, Matera.
I don't care. I watch a lot of streaming bowling because I can't bowl anymore. And I don't go to the bowling alley and I don't do that sort of thing. The reason why I watch bowling is I watch the people bowl. I don't watch Charlie Collins as the Terminator because he's the Terminator. I watch because he's a good bowler. And I want to see what he does. I watch Josh Daly bowl because he's a good bowler. And I enjoy watching him bowl just like I watch Dave Barber, Jeff Surratt, or anyone else. Okay? I don't watch them because of a cool nickname on YouTube or Facebook or whatever.
But the kids might, and we need to get the kids into the sport, Tim.
I get it. I do. I understand what people are trying to do by coming up with all these different nicknames for people.
Next, you're going to be talking about not doing the plates and making everybody earn what they get.
No, I'm all for doing the plates. All for it.
Next, hey, you know what? Next, we can't have any theme tournaments either because those are too much fun.
All right, Irby. There are other ways of promoting the game, and there are other ways of bringing people in. And I feel that all of the streaming that we do doesn't need the extra stuff.
You do realize you just called somebody their nickname, right?
What are you talking about?
Irby is John Kafalis. His name is John Kafalis.
Okay,
not Irby.
I've known Irby as Irby. That's how I was introduced to him. I didn't know what his name was for the first 3 years that I knew him.
Yeah.
Okay. They call me Tim. That's not my name. My name is Timothy. Should people call me Timothy?
Yes, Timothy.
Only his mother.
I do it all the time.
My mother calls me Timothy when she's mad at me. as does Angie when she's mad at me. But if I call
I do
Irby,
when you do
but if
stupid
I
stuff.
call Irby, it's because that's what they know him as. Okay, I'm not saying that you can't have nicknames. And look, Tim is a nickname. Dipshit's a nickname. That's what you know.
We've gone we're
I'm-
overanalyzing.
I'm still so befuddled. I'm just
I don't know,
amazed.
Calvin. I don't know what's there to be befuddled by.
Just
I find it
befuddled
I find it distracting to the name, to the bowler.
Mute it.
And the name. What?
Watch it on mute.
I do half the time.
I'm just like I said, befuddled. Befuddled is I have no words for a man. Right?
I will tell you right now, Adam. I am not the only person that has
on flex, but okay.
I'm not the only person that has this take. It's a personal thing. I don't like it.
Are the other people under the age of 50?
Yeah, there's some folks under the age of 50 that have that. Absolutely.
Oh, okay.
That's on them if they want to chime in. I just don't feel the need. I feel it distracts from the bowler. I'm sorry. I feel it does.
Charlie Mylan gave me a nickname, all right? I had a couple. Some of them I can't say.
Okay.
You don't have to be sorry, Tim. I'm not discrediting your opinion or saying anything bad about it. I'm befuddled at the fact that somebody has the opinion that nicknames are a bad thing. Like
did I say it was a bad thing?
Well, yeah, you're saying it's a bad thing because it distracts from the bowling and it distracts from the bowling. That's what I'm saying. You're saying it's a bad thing. Your opinion is that
my opinion. Fine. Okay, if you want to use bad thing, sure. Okay, I feel it takes away from Charlie Collins' ability. I feel it takes away from Josh Daly's ability because he's a destroyer. He's the Terminator. He's the toilet. I don't know.
I'm just amazed.
I still want to know who this is.
I'm
not going to call him out on. I'm not going to call him out on the show. I won't. I won't do it.
I was talking about Toilet Destroyer. More so
the Toilet Destroyer.
Yeah,
I give you a lot of people. I would much rather, and I think Paul Grant does a great thing with the game. I think he's done a lot of really good things over the last several years to promote this game and everything else. I think
you're not going to have your first ever Candlepin Pro Bowler trading card happen, are you?
No, probably not. I think
we need
the excitement level that he shows is tremendous, but I would rather the bowler. I would rather him use Charlie's real name, and so when people that don't know him, he uses Terminator a lot. I would rather him just call him Charlie. People that are coming up and want to know who a person is, I don't know. Maybe I'm old man shouting at clouds. Thank you, Calvin. I appreciate that.
My real name.
Okay. If it's an odd take, it's an odd take. If it's a dumb take, it's a dumb take.
I'm not saying it's dumb. I'm just dumbfounded. I'm befuddled. I can't believe it.
Are you not a big fan of when they have the alternate jerseys and they put their nicknames on the back of the jerseys, the pro players?
Thank you.
Yeah, but he's over 70. It's not really the same thing. It's not the same. You can't. It's still a person over 70.
But I don't know. I'm not a fan of the alternate jerseys in baseball or basketball or football or anything else.
I'm not either. That's and I'm with the people who I think you should bring for all-star games. They should be wearing their team jerseys.
Yes, I'm for that.
Yeah.
You shouldn't be wearing you're an all-star for that team. You're not an all-star for the East or the West, or you're an all-star for that team. You wear that team's jersey. 100%.
Yeah, I don't know. Okay, I'm an old man. I've bowled a lot of years and I've done a lot of things in the game. Maybe I just don't understand the young kids. The young kids that
you guys are just happy there was no social media and recording back in the early parts of the world.
Oh my God, I'd be, yeah.
And I don't
Yeah.
know what you're talking about, the young kids. The
Yeah.
Great One, Air
Gretzky.
Jordan.
Okay. They didn't, when they were announcing,
The
they
Great
didn't.
Bambino.
Yeah.
Great Bambino. When they were announcing games, they weren't calling him the Great One. The Great One shoots. The Great One scores. The Great One throws a strike. The Great One shits his pants.
Jack Edwards would have.
Okay, Jack Edwards is on crack. Okay. I love Jack Edwards. I think Jack Edwards is one of
Best
the
homer besides
best
Tommy
homer-
Heinsohn ever.
Oh, no, besides Johnny Most. Okay.
Tommy took over for that.
You know, I understand that people have nicknames. I get it. I'm sure
we got
people
one now from Big Fish Larry.
Oh, okay. It doesn't define me. But Yastrzemski, yeah. He got Yaz because no one could spell the damn guy's name. So, yes, thank you. Anyway, I will get off.
What about if your name doesn't fit up on the score sheet? Like you only have so many letters. Like what should you put?
I'm off my soapbox.
Oh, okay.
It is what it is.
Ian Jack Edwards is not the worst.
Most people are going to disagree with me, and frankly, that's fine.
We can all agree that Joe Buck is the worst sports announcer ever.
Yes.
That's a universal thing.
Yep. Again, you guys can give me 100 nicknames, and I'm probably going to know who they are, but it doesn't define the person. Teddy Ballgame is Ted Williams. I get it. He got that from the time he was 20 years old, whatever. But your announcers didn't call him Teddy Ballgame. They might have before.
Okay. How about they always called O.J. Simpson the Juice?
Well, we'll leave Orenthal, James, Simpson out of the topic here.
You said I'm talking nicknames. He's the Juice. Juice is loose.
Okay. Let's see. I feel like we got derailed there by.
We didn't get derailed at all. It's a bowling topic.
Right.
We're
yeah.
talking about bowling nicknames.
That I get it. It's whatever. Some people agree. Some people don't. I'm just not a fan of it. That's all.
I'm just befuddled that you're not a fan of like that. You feel so strongly about nicknames.
Here's another thing. Here's a bowling thing. Tim, do you have any bowling types you don't like? Do you not like 3-string matches? Do you not like 5s?
Ooh, that's fun.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Like, is there any format you just don't like to bowl? Well, I know you hate league. I
don't hate leagues. Leagues. I bowled leagues because number one, I had to bowl the states. So it was a means to an end. I don't like one string. I'm not a fan of one string matches or single string matches because I've said it and I've said it more than once that anyone can beat anybody in one string. Anybody. When I was really bowling, I wanted to bowl people in 5 or 10 string matches because my odds were better that I was going to be there at the end.
Of course.
So I was always more of a fan of your 5 and 10 string matches. I love. It does crack me up. I'm not going to lie.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
It cracks me up. I don't know, Calvin. What do you? Are there any that you don't like? Any you like?
No, I don't like. I mean, I'm with you. I don't like single string. Like if you're doing it, like I get it for tournaments, like day tournaments and stuff like that. Like we have a lot of team day tournaments where you go in and you're not going to bowl 3-string matches on a Saturday. You're going to bowl 1 string and you bowl everybody once and. Like, I get that, for whatever reason, so be it. But, yeah, I'm with you. I don't really like single string, like, elimination, stuff like that. Not my hoopla.
What about you, Brian?
I mean, there's not any I dislike. I'd honestly rather bowl a 5-string league than a 3-string league. And Big Fish Larry 334 sounds horrible. I would not want to bowl 334.
We do 4-4-2 on Thursday night.
That's weird enough.
That's just weird to me.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
really
Isn't it?
is.
It is so
4-4-2?
weird. Yeah, but
It's-
it's so much fun, and we're done in an hour and a half.
How many people on how many?
3.
5
people.
strings?
3 people, 3 strings.
Oh God,
three
you should
strings.
be. You should be done in it. You'd be done in an hour and a half and bowling 2-2-2-2-2-2.
No, he's so long. You have to reset all the time.
I'm surprised Calvin didn't say 5-box halves.
No,
Figure he doesn't like 5-box halves.
You know, I will say.
I
I
do.
will say
I like
this.
5-box halves.
We don't. There's no 1-box matches. The 1-box at a time that I can think of.
No.
I think we should do a Baker tournament. I think that would be so much fun.
Oh my God, I would die.
They had a Baker teams for the.
Why would you die?
So I always needed, like, when I was bowling a lot, I have really bad knee problems.
Yeah.
And so when I was bowling a lot, I would need a box of 2 to actually, for my, I don't know if it's for the pain to get so bad that I just didn't feel it anymore. But if I did just 1 box, oh, I no. I don't think I could back then.
Nico, I've never seen a 1-box Candlepin tournament.
I know they do that a lot in 10-pin.
10-pin
Yeah.
tournaments are all the time.
I've never heard of one.
But even so, in 10-pin
Yeah.
tournaments, they do 2 boxes. They do 1 on each side.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know any 1-box tournaments.
I will say I have become a fan of some of these, and I think it's become more prevalent. You know, like your 9-pin tournaments and your 3-6-9 tournaments and your things like that. Those are fun. Like I enjoy them. They're fun. I mean, I prefer straight up scratch. You know.
It's like playing Stableford in golf, though. It's fun every once in a while, you know?
Yeah, or scrambling golf. Like,
yeah,
it's fun. Like a 3-6-9 tournament's a blast. I mean, you're guaranteed a strike in the 3rd, the 6th, and the 9th box. It's.
I never get strikes, so that's great for me.
Yeah.
Because Adam is on here and listening, I'll give his Sunday morning team a nice shout out. Something that I know I never have and probably never will be a part of again. We lost our Sunday morning league by 275 pins. I lost to Adam by 20 of those pins. So it was we were losing every string by the 4th or 5th box by about 70 to 75 pins. Yeah, it was.
They put the hammer down.
Yeah, it was not a fun day, but a fun day. It was interesting to not have to worry about where my ball's gonna go every string, because yeah, team average of 511 and they went 583, 581, 582.
Jesus.
We were only giving them 4 pins handicap. That's even worse. Yeah, we were only giving them 4 pins. Yeah.
Me and my dad's really laid down the hammer.
Yeah. His 2 dads were real
That's
good.
the team name, Adam's 2 dads.
It should be. Should be Adam and his dads. He's got.
That's a DJ Trask name on Thursday nights in our league, is DJ's 2 dads, because it's his real dad and Richie Grassi.
That's hilarious. So
wow.
yeah. Don't think I've ever seen that. Don't think I ever will be a part of it again. But 275 pins. Yeah, it was not good.
So I got one that that was brought up today. That was kind of an interesting thing here, and that's your. I want to say, where'd it go? Justin had Lyonnaise had posted about, you know, being down. What's the biggest deficit you overcame to win a match?
Mm-hmm.
And I was kind of neat. I was reading some of the, you know, some of the folks here and everything else. And, I lost a 54 pin lead in 5 boxes when I bowled a 70 half. That's a tough way to lose when AJ throws 5 strikes in a row to start the second half, and just looks at you and just does a little shitty and grin after the 5th one, and you're just pissed off because you threw a 70 half and you lost by 5, being up 54.
Pretty funny.
Yeah,
I'd laugh at you.
No, I mean, pretty sure we'd do that anyway.
Oh yeah, there's really nothing you could do about that.
But no, it was just
a 4-bagger to win a match in the last 2 boxes. That was fun.
It was just kind of neat, like reading Scott Soroyce being down 67 with 5 to go, throws 5 strikes in a row for 223 and wins a string by around 6 pins. And then a year later, he was down 94 pins with 5 to go and threw 5 strikes in a row for a back half for another 223 string and won by 2. I think if I was the other bowler, I might throw my balls in the Kennebec at that point, because Scott's like, the other bowler kept punching and got a 23 back half.
Oh,
I don't know if I would have shown up the next week. I might have taken a week off. What about you, Kevin? Do you know the biggest deficit you had?
17 pins in 2 boxes? No.
Well, you didn't do that.
That was the team. It's
a real bowler did that.
He doesn't look like much of a real bowler now. No, I don't. I the only one I'd ever really thought of was when we were bowling Worlds and we were down 56 or 60 pins or something going into the last string, and we beat them by 73. That's about the only one I have. I don't really have big deficit games. So,
Natty, that's a good one.
That's a very good one.
Down 70 plus pins with 10 boxes to go and comes back and.
Wow, that is pretty good.
That's pretty good.
And Nico, to answer your question, I've thrown 4 in a row 3 times. That's the most I've thrown.
What was his question? Let me put it up here. So,
strikes in a row.
What's the most amount of strikes been thrown in a row? I think it's 7.
7 by Phil, I think, right?
No, Phil only had 6, I was told.
Oh.
Ralph Sem, when he threw his 245. And I don't know if Chris Sargent had ever done 7 or not. I've done 7 in a row, but it's over 2 strings, so it doesn't count.
Mm-hmm.
I still find the story funny. I finish the string with a quad, start the next string with a triple. Neither one I threw a spare in either one of those strings, and then I threw 3 more strikes in the next string with no spares. So I had 10 strikes on the night with no spares.
That's hilarious.
Yeah.
That's a 1-ball bowler if I ever heard it.
I know. And for a guy that doesn't throw a lot of strikes, that was interesting. And then how many each of you gone in a row for personal record? In 1 string, 5 in a row is my mo. I did it once.
4.
3 once.
That boggles my mind, Calvin. It really does.
I don't throw strikes, man. It's just a thing. I did it even Sunday or Thursday night. I threw an absolute hammered double, and then the triple 9-pin drop left a wobbling 10-pin. I just don't throw triples. I don't throw strikes. My 518, I went strike in the 5th box, and then 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and the load on it were all 9 drops.
One of my 500s, I didn't have I think I had 2 double strikes, and that was it.
That was the one in Oakland, yeah. You didn't have a triple in Oakland.
Nico, my 200 strings, I had 1 set of doubles, and that was it. I had a double my 200 that happened at Worlds, I went spare, strike. So it was strike, 9 drop, double. So I couldn't even get a 4-bagger. It was spare, strike, 9 drop, double. and then I think I threw an 8 drop on that. Yeah, so it was a strike, 9 drop, double, 8 drop. I can't get triples. It's just a thing. I don't know what it is, but it's just a thing.
I'm trying to think. So none of my 200s had anything more than a triple strike. I've only had I've had 2 4-baggers and 1 5-bagger, and those weren't 200s.
Yeah. I only had 1 set of doubles in my 500.
A lot of marks.
It was a lot of marks. There were 6 open boxes, so there's a lot of spares, a lot of loads on it. But yeah, pretty crazy.
Wow.
Yeah. Barry Bonds. Yeah, I dope. Yeah. I'm about to take my injection right now.
I still think Barry Bonds should be in the Hall of Fame. I'm just saying. As should Pete Rose.
Hey, all the steroids in the world doesn't help you hit a 90-mile-an-hour fastball.
Or be the most feared baseball player in the league.
Nope.
Like I think there's always a few stats going around, but there was.
I know one.
Yeah, the one that boggled my mind was like, there was somebody hitting could go, or Bonds could go 0 for 162 or something like that, and still be higher than like 400 points higher than the closest person this year with OPS or something like that.
Yeah.
Like it was.
But my favorite is in 2003, Barry Bonds drove himself in 52% of the time.
Yeah,
52% of his RBIs were himself.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Or the fact that he got on base 245 times, but only had 240 plate appearances.
Yeah.
Wow.
Because of intentional walk. And I think there was another one, like he was intentionally walked with the bases loaded like 32 times in his career.
Yeah.
Like, who gets intentionally we're just going to give you this run so we don't have to pitch to that guy.
So we don't have to have 4.
Yeah, we're okay.
So, folks, we're gonna wrap up. I do want to say, again, I'm gonna preface this as far as nickname go. It is what it is. I just gotta say it.
Man, I thought we were over this.
I hate you, Cloud.
You damn clouds. No, seriously, we are trying to have a couple of guests on next show, which I believe we're going to try for a Sunday evening show.
Oh, Tasha Murray. Before we sign off, Tasha Murray just rolled her first 400 of the year. 127, 141, 145 for 413. Way to go, Tasha Murray.
Let's see. I was trying to find let's see. I think our next show would be the 21st, Sunday, the 21st. If we can make it happen, we're going to have a couple of guests on, trying to get Cole Fry, Mark Weber, and Kerrigan Skinner, a couple of young bowlers here in Maine. And then, go from there. So, folks, thank you again for your comments. Thank you for participating. Please get your questions, your comments, your concerns over to Ripping the Rack podcast at gmail.com. You can find us on Facebook. You can find us on Twitter. I will say before Brian jumps into his stuff, don't forget to like and subscribe to our YouTube page. Brian, please, with a disclaimer as well as where else they can hear us.
The disclaimer is the views and expressions of Ripping the Rack podcast and those of nicknames are solely of Tim. Calvin and Brian like nicknames, so please listen to us when we talk about them. And also, Adam, Matt Stairs is one of the scariest man I've ever seen hit a slow pitch softball in my life. I've seen it in person. It's terrifying. And you can hear us on Anchor, Breaker, iHeartRadio, iTunes, Spotify, YouTube, Google Podcasts, and wherever else you listen to your podcast.
Adam, we'll save that for next podcast. That's a good question.
That's a great question.
We're going to save that. Tim, put that in your saved bank.
I am not going to remember that. So, Adam, please remember that and bring that up the next time. Please. Thank you.
Bye, everybody.
Bye, Houston Bunny.
Have a good year. Happy